Hey folks, and welcome back to Broadside Gaming with me, Zug. And today we're doing Space Marine 2. So we're taking a break from our usual Dark Tide builds. We're going to do a Space Marine one. So let's jump in. As you can see, we're playing the Tactical. I've come to really like the Tactical. It's a very fun class to play. I've come off of playing mostly the Heavy. So not everything is completely leveled up, but the build is solid. At least I say so. So let's jump in. So in this build, you can basically use whatever range weapon you want. I will show you the 3 different ways you change it. It's very simple. So I've mostly been using the Melter, as I want to level it up, as I want it for the Vanguard as well. And so far, I've just kept to the top. It all seems to work quite well. I mean, you could come down here and get the reload, but you're not really going to need it with this build because we're going to try to avoid reloading the weapon as much as we can. So pretty much sticking with the top line here. As for the bolt pistol, it's going to look something a bit like this. Great Might, into Retaliation, into Iron Grip. Then we're grabbing Divine Might, into Extended Magazine, Headhunter, Elite Hunter, Headhunter again, and that's it. So basically we're trying to maximise the amount of gun strike damage we're getting from this, so headshots. And then the Chainsword, pretty much the entire bottom row. It just works. And as for the Chainsword, we are using the fencing one because fencing weapons are generally the best. Like, the other ones look good, but fencing is basically all that matters. As for the bolt pistol, use whatever one you want. They're all okay at whatever they do. I prefer the accuracy, just so you can hip fire it without any problems. But if you want more magazines, go for this one. If you just want slightly more damage from way worse accuracy, I guess you could go with this one. But I tend to go with the Galthamore Crusade. As for the Melter, I haven't said which one I'm using because I leveled them both up, and also I'm using Artificer one, so it doesn't matter. If you already have it leveled up, honestly, I'd go for the Galthamore Crusade again for the range. Having increased range on the Melter is massively... well, it's basically cheating. That's why I love range. But I guess you could go for the increased mag one if you want. Doesn't make much difference, especially with the build, which I'm going to talk about now. So, the build. First of all, if you want to use any of the bolt weapons, you pick the Kraken penetration rounds. Bolt weapons penetrate one more enemy. If you're using the Melter, balanced distribution, your primary weapon deals 10% more damage, but your secondary deals 10% less. And if you go for the Plasma, obviously pick Plasma Boost. When the Plasma Incinerator is at 50% overheated, damage is increased by 30%. And this is literally the only thing you need to do when you change weapon. Melter, Plasma, any of the bolt weapons. So, now we've got that out of the way. Next up, we're going for Relentless Pursuit. After a gun strike, range damage is increased by 25% for 5 seconds. We're going to be gun striking a lot because we're going to be switching between ranged and melee basically all the time because we are a hybrid class. Gun strike's very useful, so after we've done it, 25% more damage. What's not to like? Then we're going for Emperor's Vengeance. This is a very important talent, and this is what we're going to be using to not ever have to reload our gun. So killing a Majora's level or higher enemy restores your primary weapon's ammo by 1 magazine, cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity. Cooldown is 30 seconds. So basically, you can empty your Melter, Plasma, well, not so much the Plasma only has 1 clip. But Melter, any of the bolt weapons, you don't have to bother reloading it because you can just go and execute a Tyranid Warrior or a Thousand Suns Marine. And once you execute, it reloads for you. And then you've got 30 seconds to then empty your gun again. Now for the team buffs, I mean, the top 2 are pretty goddamn poor. Slightly less recoil, 5% damage, or a massive amount of concentrated health restored. So we're going for Transhuman Physiology, because being able to hold on to concentrated health is quite important. Next up, we're going for Vital Data. Scanning an extremist or terminus level enemy restores Auspic scans charged by 50%. That means we dump this down on a boss or mini boss and then be able to use it quite quickly again. So Just equals out to more boss damage. And then in the next row, we're going for precise calibration. Enemies marked by Auspex scan take an additional 75% damage, but Auspex scan's radius is reduced by 25%. Not a massive problem, really. 25% is, it's 25%, isn't it? A little bit smaller, but it's fine. Next one, you can pick which one you want here. So you can go for expert timing. Enemies marked by Auspex scan take an additional 100% damage, but the mark's duration is reduced by 4 seconds, base 8, which means it's up for 4 seconds. Or, if you don't want that, you can pick Concentrated Fire. Enemies marked by Auspex scan take an additional 100% damage, same as one above, but they lose the mark when they leave the scanned area. So this one locks you down to the one area. This one is very short. Pick whichever one you want, really. They do the exact same thing with slightly different detrimental effects. Just probably don't pick the top one. You really don't want the top one. And last but not least, the signature. Marked for death. A headshot will instantly kill a Majoris or Extremis level enemy. Marked by Auspex scan. Cooldown is 2 minutes. So, Tyranid Warriors, Thousand Sons Marines, Terminators, headshot them while they're Auspex scanned, instant kill. Or a gun strike. It is quite nice with just gun striking things and watching them explode. But it's a very simple build, very fun, very effective. Not much to think about. Just Auspex scan. Make sure you kill Tyranid Warriors or Marines when you want to reload. And just, get to it. It's a very fun build and it's very simple. That's why I've been really enjoying it. I mean, there's quite the variety of weapons to pick. I mean, I really like the plasma gun. I'm leveling up the melter. The heavy bolt rifle's quite fun. But since they've kind of stopped the old grenade spam, one of the weapons you should really look at if you haven't already is the Stalker bolt rifle. It's ridiculously overpowered and it has massive amounts of boss damage on it. So if you're looking for something that's a level, take a look at this. I haven't actually got around to doing mine yet. As I said, I was maining the heavy for a very long time. But it's definitely on my list to do. And then probably the SMG. Because apparently it's very fun. Again, not tried it out yet. Just been reading bits about it. But the melter does kind of make things kind of trivial, which is nice. It's very fun. Run and gun playstyle. Clear out Hormagaunts and things with the melter. Pull out the chainsaw to deal with Tyranid Warriors. I enjoy it, and I hope you guys do too. And if you do, please do like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It really does help us out. And I shall see you all for the next one. So until then, take it easy, and I'll see you later.